So now that we have created our first part, let's go ahead and take a look at how we can make some of the sketch tools and use some of those sketch tools in Onshape. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch on this front plane here. One thing I like to do is turn this so I can look straight at it. It also gives me that origin and XY axis and everything that I'm used to in Inventor. So I'm going to go through just a few of these quick tools here. Most of these are pretty straightforward, using them just like Inventor. We've got this line tool. What you'll notice is after I click it, it turns this box white here, and I believe I can go ahead and type in there right now. And then I can keep going. It's a little bit different than Inventor. So you click, then type in a number, hit enter, and then you can keep going. And you could use the line tool just like that to keep making different parts and eventually end up with some sort of a constrained or closed in shape. At this point you'll notice I've got some black lines, some blue lines. The black lines are the ones that are completely constrained. The blue lines still need to have dimensions added to them to show that they're completely constrained. And to do that, we've got this button right here, which is the dimension button, or we've got geometric constraints: coincident, concentric, parallel, horizontal, vertical, all of those different constraints like that we can use. Vertical, horizontal, that kind of stuff. So if we want to add in a dimension constraint, maybe I want that line to be, I don't know, 0.5, and I want that line to be 1.25. Now you'll see it's pretty much completely black. There's nothing that moves around anymore, and so it looks like we're completely constrained at this point. A couple of other tools that you have access to here. We've got rectangle tools, the normal click and click two corners rectangle. Just like Inventor, this isn't a click and drag, it's just click twice. And then you can add in your dimensions. Unlike Inventor, you hit enter to switch between those two dimensions, not tab. We've got circles, so a couple different kinds of circles. Your center point circle is going to be your normal click in the center, then click on the outside. Again, once you click, then it's asking for a dimension. You can tell it how big to make it. You'll notice that's blue because it's unconstrained still. Here I can do things like, using my tangent constraint, I can make the circle tangent to that line, and I can make the circle tangent to that line, just like I could in Inventor. Other tools that I've got access to, I can dimension points. That might be useful for things like holes and things like that we've done before. I can still add text, different kinds of arcs I can add in there, and I've still got things like sketching fillets or offsets. If I want to make an offset from a part, I can do that. How far away from it I want to be. I'm not going to do that. Mirroring and patterning tools are still there. Again, I don't like to use those in the sketch, but they're there if you want them. You can take that circle, for example. So it says select a mirror line. I'm going to make that my mirror line. Select items, and you see it mirrored over there. I'm going to undo that. I don't want that over there. So everything in here is pretty much just like it is in Inventor. Some of the menus are a little different, but they're all there, the main tools that you've used before. About here, this one you're not really going to use there. You could put a picture into it, but that doesn't really help a whole lot. Dimensions are right there, and then all of your geometric constraints are right there that we've talked about before. It also looks like you can search tools by hitting Alt-C. So if you want to know where something's at and you don't know where it is, you can hit Alt-C, and maybe I want to know, is there a vertical tool? And it'll find that for me right there. It'll even show you where it's at, which is really nice. So on the next video, we'll look at how we can take a sketch like this and turn it into a three-dimensional object.